So welcome back to the podcast, guys. This is the Streamer Therapy Podcast, Streamer Podcast. This will be the part 2 of that. If you're live with us now, you know that we're doing the whole thing in one day. But if you're not with us, not watching it live, then you don't know any different. And this is a different day, okay? Let's move on. I'm wearing a different color shirt.
Cat is always here.
That cat has been there, never left. We actually didn't change. We've been living here for a week just to do the second part of the podcast. If you haven't watched the first part of the podcast, please do. It's absolutely phenomenal. Please go back and watch the first half of this, and then going back to who I'm joined by today, by KitKatGinger and CollectionRevolution. They need no introduction because they are amazing streamers. You obviously already know them. It took me, the reason why I kept saying I'm so broke this month is because it cost me a lot to get these two celebrities, heavyweight champions onto my podcast. But there we go. Yes.
I'm not cheap.
Yeah, they're so expensive. So KitKatGinger and CollectionRevolution, we're not going to do a full-on intro because we've already done that. And if you want to know a little bit more about them, they will be on my link and on their links if they're posting this. All right, so we're going to go back into it and keep going with the questions that we asked. So the last question we asked was how do you determine and share your what to share with your community and your personal life and what you don't. And then we did say that I do think there is a whole safety aspect for streamers, and that we do have to protect ourselves. And I think the thing to remember, I think we're all aware of the fact that yes, we're putting ourselves out there, so we have to be prepared for what we receive, but at the same time it's like we also have to protect ourselves. And I think we are in every right to not have to share everything about ourselves with you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you guys think about what I just said?
I've met a few people in my years of streaming that definitely feel like they're more entitled to more information about you. Like they see you as, and it is, kind of like that parasocial relationship where they see you as like a really close friend. And you might not be the same way as a streamer just because, granted, a lot of people in my community I'm really good friends with, but it's tough to have such strong, close friendships with so many people if you have a big community. So I never want people to feel bad, but there are some people who really overstep their boundaries. And I think you shouldn't expect anything from a streamer other than entertainment, like the streamer bringing, of course, depending on what we bring into the stream, that'll obviously lead to some more it'll be more than just black and white of like, hey, I'm just here to entertain. I'm not here to do anything else. Obviously, we are all way more complex than that. But it is like, if you're a viewer out there and you are like, you love watching a streamer and you feel like you're great friends, just remember that they might not feel the same, or you just haven't grown the relationship enough where you can learn so much about them. So yeah, I totally agree. We should all be have our own privacy, our own private lives outside of this. Like everybody, I think, deserves that privacy.
Can I just say something about this? So sometimes when I'm messaging both of you, and then you, like, for example, if you forget to reply to me, and a collection
I'm the worst with
last week.
I'm so bad.
I'm sitting there waiting for KitKat or Collection to reply to me, and I'm like, what if they're not as close? But what if they don't think of me as friends the way that I think of them as friends? Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. They probably don't want to share.
What time of day was it for you? Because I might have been a
No, yeah,
it's true. You do text. I think last night we were texting. It was like 2 a.m. I'm like, I'm still awake, but I'll respond.
I was already unconscious.
I know for sure I am the worst responder. If you send me a message, I'll see you next week. I know it's just because my messages are always so full, and I'm like, I can't spend a lot of time. But
his messages are so full because that's how famous he is and so popular he is. Oh la la!
It's just too many. God. I just want all my friends out there, everybody who messaged me. I will get to it eventually. I read everything. I swear on Bluey's left foot that I read everything. I may not respond, but I read it and mentally respond.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But I'm always there. I'm always reading it. But yeah, I'm the worst. If anybody needs like immediate answers from me, you're screwed. I'm so bad.
Somebody else.
I try. Come into my stream. That's my guaranteed. Come into my stream. I'm streaming, 5 hours, 6 hours a day. Ask me there.
Yeah.
I can answer there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so do you want to add anything to that, KitKat, before we move on? Not about collections DMs, but
He never messages me back.
I will respond to you every time now.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I think that I mean, I've had some kind of negative experiences with community members in the past.
I feel like we all have had that.
Yeah.
Well,
and I
that
mean,
is part of being a streamer.
There have been some instances where it was like a really close friend who just didn't want to talk to me anymore.
Oh.
And someone I had like visited in person and, you know, spent time with. They don't live that far away. And well, I mean, it is kind of far. It's like it is 5 hours, but you know, 5 hours in the US. It's
compared to coming to me in Australia. Yeah. Come on.
Exactly. I can't drive there. I wish. It gets hard, and it was honestly like it was really scary because I was like, what did I do? And it wasn't anything that I did necessarily. It was their mindset and what was going on, like personally for them, and it just was hard because I was like, this is such a good friend, like, and I only have like 3 friends in real life.
But do you know, I do feel like as we get older, one thing I realized is you don't need that many friends. Like you need just like a few really, really good, solid friends in your life. And trust me, even if you're really young and you're listening to this, listen to me. I'm an old lady, and I'm telling you now, I've experienced that you don't need so many friends to have a good social, have a good life. You just need a handful, like a couple of really, really good ones. When you were talking about that, I felt that, and I feel like streamer or not, everyone has experienced that. Like losing a close friend is so hard because you are mourning for somebody who hasn't passed away but still alive. You are mourning for a live person, and that in itself, a lot of people don't talk about this, but when you're mourning for somebody who you've lost in your life that's still alive, that pain is something else. Is something else. And you know, for anyone who's experiencing that in their life right now, I hope that, you know, either you do find some peace with it, or if you do get back together and speak to that person again, then fantastic. But obviously, if you don't, then I really hope that you find peace in your life.
Right. And you have that support other places. Like when that happened, we, like, it was like a Discord message because, and I don't have Discord open normally during the day when I'm at, because I just get distracted. Sometimes I'll check it, but I used to have just Discord open because we would like just message each other throughout the day. And I was at work in the office and I saw it, and I just like went to the bathroom, cried, and my boss thought that someone had, like, because I was like, I need to go home. Yeah. Because I was just so upset and like, like just wrecked, like so confused. And like, it is like somebody had died. Like,
Yeah, it's
so
tough.
heavy.
Yeah. But you know, after that, you know, we're friends now, KitKat.
Right.
So hopefully, me and Collection can fill a void in your heart.
Right. And there was always support in other places that when that happened, especially, I was like, oh well, you know, I still have support, and that's why it was hard too, because it was part of like a streaming relationship, and so we were like really involved with each other's streams and other people who were involved, and it's like a whole thing. And so I was honestly like, I was nervous to stream again after that because I was like, no one's gonna be there, nobody likes me. They're just there for, it was just like, so there's a lot of self-doubt too that
have you
can come up with that.
But I'm glad that you
streaming in general.
I'm glad you continued streaming because you're amazing and you have a great community and you're a great streamer and the world needs you. Collection, have you experienced stuff like that as you're a streamer?
Absolutely, yeah. There's been a handful of people, and the thing is I say it in my streams a lot that like, hey, you know, if this is like the only stream you can make like once a year, twice a year, or whatever, like, don't feel bad about it. I know people are coming and going all the time. I know people are working. I know people are doing these things. But sometimes when I say that, I don't I don't always expect someone to disappear who I regularly talk to or who regularly is in the stream every single day. Like, I'll say it to people who are like, oh, I'm sorry I haven't been here in a couple months, and maybe we don't chat all the time outside, but I'm like, oh no, it's totally fine. But someone you talk to regularly, it hits hard. It hits hard. Especially if it's out of nowhere. Especially like there has been some where like the writing's on the wall, you can kind of tell it's like, okay, maybe we don't see eye to eye, or like your life's changing and you don't have time for like me or my streams or whatever like that. And I never fault anybody for that. I never fault anybody for anything. I know how the internet life's way different from real life, but so all that to say, like, I've experienced it and it does suck. It's brutal. It is a shame because I'm always one who's about communication. Yeah. And if there's something I did wrong or if there's something in your life, I would, if someone just like, if they send me a message,
just want to know.
Like, hey, right. I would never be like upset. Like, I obviously, like, if our relationship's strong, I'll be like, man, that stinks. But I totally get it. Like, you need to live your life. You need to take your time, do your thing.
Right.
But that's a hard message to send. I don't think I could like message anybody if I like no longer want to be their friend or no longer have time with them. I think I did at one point. There was someone in my in real life that I just couldn't find time for anymore. And it's just, and it wasn't even like, I know that sounds terrible to say like, hey, I just didn't have time for you anymore. But like,
no, I get it.
Our lives were just so different.
Yeah.
And we couldn't do things together without it just being really tough and difficult. And I was like, I'm just like, I have college, I have work, I have, all this stuff going on. I can't make it happen with you. And I still feel bad to this day about it. But I also know it was like, it's like I let them go. I told them, I was like, we can't do it. So it's hard. It's really hard to send a message like that. Yeah. So with streaming, it's definitely like similar to real life, like IRL relationships, because it is. But I hope that answered the question. Yeah, I kind of rambled.
I will. You guys reminded me of something else. I don't know if this is part of what we're talking about, but I had some like community members from, because obviously I've been streaming for a while now. Has it been like 4 years? 4 years, I think it's been. Wow. And and I've taken. Wait, hang on. Let's go back to this. How many years have you guys been streaming? I know Collection, you've been streaming for. Since forever, since the day God created the planet.
I was molded to be a streamer. Yeah, I started in year 1.
Sorry. So how many years for everyone?
It'll be 4 years. 3. October.
3 and 4 for you, and then so almost 4 for me. And then and again, I did take a year off streaming as well. But I've lost a lot of community members. Okay, and the reason why I feel like it's a bit unfair, but I don't know, in the sense that they basically some of them had like I had like an actual. This is what they've said was like I've changed. Because I don't no longer have like just 3 viewers in my chat and them predominantly talking to me. And, because I have more than one person in my chat now. And so obviously I have to try and, focus on as many people as I can. And then another person who I accidentally, and you know how people, the joke, if you're in my community, the joke in my community is that you're invisible to me because I sometimes miss text.
All the time.
Oh my God.
You're like, read and jump around.
I sometimes
it's
miss.
It's fun though.
Yeah. So sometimes like I miss the text. And so
it happens. Though.
Because I missed their text, they unsubscribed, unfollowed, and blocked me.
Wow. They were just that hurt by it.
Seriously,
it's their loss. I mean,
right. That's some of the behaviors I feel like are from like younger people. Like I am an 18 plus stream, but like just in the sense that I don't really want to hang out with children because they can just go somewhere else. I don't want something bad to happen to like a 13-year-old.
Yeah,
or, even someone who's under just. No, you can just, you can go away. Like I don't swear normally, but you can get out of here. Yeah. Like you don't need to be here. Yeah. It's just a safety issue more for them and for the community. But like, I feel like some of that thought process is younger viewers who
I guess
like think that you are. It's like, again, the parasocial thing where they think that you are there for them only, and when like it's that is sad, a loss for them especially, but like to not want someone who you enjoy their stream to like be successful.
This is it.
Get more people, like get more people to see how cool they are. Like
yeah. I personally don't think I've changed. I think I'm pretty much, my personality is who I am online and offline. The difference with online is you probably can see my anxiety more. And at the beginning, I am a little bit like awkward as heck. But after the awkwardness, I'm fine. I'm telling you this in case, you guys want to see me, like meet up with me in person in real life. But,
I'm coming. I'm on my way right now.
Yeah, we're on the plane.
Yeah.
So I actually, sorry, no, I was just going to say I don't ban anyone under 18, but at the same time, I don't really want them to tell me that they're under 18.
Right. Like,
that's how I do it. Unless they're like explicitly like a kid and you can tell, it's just like, because I don't really do anything too crazy in my streams. I'll play in-person games. The chats can get kind of out of control. So I do ban them if we know, but if we don't.
Right.
Like we don't know.
Yeah. Like, again, that's why like all streams are like, don't talk about your age. Just because, you have like 11-year-olds coming in. I'm 11. Goodbye.
Yeah.
You're not even allowed on the platform. Let alone in this stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that I'm also awkward in person, so don't feel bad.
That's great.
But I think too, like that could be a lot of people who enjoy gaming and are on Twitch are a little more awkward in person.
Yeah, nerds.
Yeah, but you both play Fortnite. You do know you're playing with 11-year-olds.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but I'm not
I get my
speaking to
aggression
them.
out towards them.
Yeah.
Kids. No, you know what? I love kids. I don't like old people. I don't like old people at all. I can't. I hate them. Every old person I've interacted with has been a bad time in my life.
Oh god.
Man.
So this is why we're not real friends, to be honest, because I'm so old.
Grandma Kay.
What is our age difference? I'm 29. You don't have to say your age. You don't ask a woman her age, but I don't think
if we tell you our age difference, people are gonna know our age collection. I see what you're doing.
We'll tell you later.
Let me know later. I don't know if I'm like younger than you guys or older. I don't know. I assume I'm younger, but
you're younger. Yeah, I'm older.
I am younger.
Yeah. Oh, so you're turning 30 next year.
I am.
Oh,
it's all
holy
over
crap!
After that.
Nah, I am. You know what? You're gonna love it. Honestly, I'm telling everyone now. Everyone who's afraid to turn 30, turn 30. I promise you, it's so much better.
Than you should.
No, but it's so much better. You literally don't care. And honestly, you just the thing for women is it's always harder because oh my god, I watched a clip of a guy said on TikTok that women lose their value at 30, and I'm like, oh, I just want to punch him. But then another woman counteracted his video and just literally
jokes on him.
Yeah, she literally like berated him. It was crazy.
That's such a stupid mindset.
Nah, seriously. So I think, but then also like this is so off topic. This is not a streamer thing, but I also think. Like the whole age thing where women are also afraid to turn 30 as well, because you think that okay, life is over and you don't do things, you don't, I don't know, your life gets sadder and stuff, but it doesn't. It 100% doesn't.
Right, it shouldn't.
You actually care less about the things that you cared about, and you look back and you go, why did I even care about that?
That could definitely be true. Apparently my boss, who's now like late 40s, apparently she was so distraught on her birthday when she turned 30 that her boss was like, just go home.
It's like you're just bringing down the vibe.
You're just absolutely losing it.
Yeah. So to get back onto Twitch things, although you know what, in saying that, I also think this is an important topic in age, because somebody wrote on Twitter. I should probably get off Twitter. But anyway, somebody wrote on Twitter, what age do you stop streaming? Because like some people like prefer to keep watching younger people. And I'm like, oh God.
I don't think there's an age. Like, I watch people of all ages.
Yeah.
I think the oldest I see, they must be late 40s, early 50s. Just like various people I see. But yeah, I see a lot of like, I enjoy the older crowd because again, they play retro stuff. They have it more together. I hate, maybe not hate, but I really dislike watching those really popular streamers and younger streamers because it's just like, it's not my thing. They're like obnoxious, they're crazy, they're loud. Like, I like watching, I can totally get down with the crazy, like high energy stream, but there's something about the really popular or the really young crowd that I'm just like, I don't get the slang. I don't get the going nuts. They're not good at games. Like they only play Fortnite and it's tough. It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like someone had mentioned like a popular streamer really big. And I was like, who is that?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, somebody joined my Discord, and it was like a fake version of a bigger streamer. And obviously, to me, I didn't even know who that was until someone DM'd me saying, "Oh, is this? I don't know if this is that person because that person is like
a real person
because they've got like literally like 100,000 followers or something like that, the original account." So I was like, I'd never even heard of it. But it turns out it was just is a young guy who just literally swears and screams at the screen. That's his thing. He swears,
so
but he's not real.
That person?
Nah. It's never gonna be that person. It was just a fake one. Yeah. All right. I actually just gotta go and pee. But whilst I go do that, sorry, is that TMI? I don't know. It's fine.
I'll go too.
I the whole time.
As I'm going to go, I'm going to leave you with a question, which I think we probably may have answered a little bit, but if you want to talk about it, because we talked about the gaming industry, but I wanted to ask, do you feel like Twitch has changed? And I'm going to go pee.
Yeah, we're a good chunk of the way. Oh no, they're both back at the same time? You freaks!
Oh my goodness, I even picked the cat up again.
Wow!
Can I just say, I'm absolutely melting with your cat. I'm melting. It's just...
seriously, like, how fitting is it that that you have a cat that's your name? You have the cat the entire stream.
That's incredible. I can't believe we came back at the same time. That is... Oh, there you go.
Also, wait, did you bring the cat to the bathroom?
Oh.
No, I put him down and then he was just still nearby. So I was like, I'll pick him up just in case he wants.
But do you even have a cat if it doesn't follow you to the toilet and watches you pee?
He did follow me to the toilet.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I'm guessing Collection answered that question for us both.
Totally. Yep. I remember the question and I said all the answers. Yep. Nailed it.
So the question was, has Twitch changed? So for me, Twitch has changed. Yes, absolutely. So if you started streaming around the time that we started streaming, I did get a lot more viewers back then. Whereas nowadays, people are back at work. COVID times, it's not the same as, I feel like there's less people on Twitch. I don't know if that's true. But I feel like there's less people on Twitch. I think I saw it somewhere again on Twitter. Like, this is my news source.
Twitter.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's not the best source.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think the thing with streaming, I mean, I can say like on a financial level, I'm making a fifth of what I did in 2021.
Ooh,
as far as just like
that's yeah.
Like before it was viable to be a full-time streamer. Nowadays I'm like, it's more of a hobby than anything.
Yeah.
I still make ends meet because I have extra things that I can do to like make money. So it's not like terrible or anything like that, but it's not even close to what it was, both viewership wise, and financially, and even growth. Growth is very much stagnated across the board, I think, for a lot of it. But it is because just not as many people are on social media. I think a lot of people got burnt out on it. I think a lot of people are just excited to be back in the real world, But a big the other huge thing is Kick, YouTube streaming, TikTok streaming. Like there are so many other platforms that people watch things on now. TikTok being huge. People will sit there and watch streams for hours and hours and hours and on their phones because it's just easier than Twitch. So yeah, I think it certainly has changed in the sense of at least viewer numbers and people engagement. Yeah. But as far as the platform, it's tough because I've only been on it for 4 years, and I didn't know what it was like before COVID. So I don't know if that was a huge turning point and change for it, or if it was always kind of like how it is. But
yeah, I'm not sure either. And I don't look at numbers mostly. I don't really, I have a full-time job, so I don't need this as like income. It's nice to have like a little bit extra for sure. When things come up. But like, I don't normally look at how many viewers I had in a stream. I used to not look at all because it upset me.
Yeah.
I also have anxiety.
Definitely.
And it would just because so early on. And I mean, I'm not huge, like I don't have huge numbers. I'm sure most of the time, unless I get like a massive raid and people stick around. But like, it's never been about like the numbers for me. I mean, maybe it was kind of like, because I did DoorDash a little bit the like summer before I started streaming because I was trying to get some extra money. And I was like, oh, this can replace DoorDash.
Yeah.
And it kind of does.
Yeah.
Because like with DoorDash, let me tell you about DoorDash.
First we had to go on.
When you start dashing, like they make it like higher incentives for you to do it like the first month or so. Like you get the bigger orders and tips, like those orders that come in that have bigger tips. They want you to keep doing this, so they give you like more priority. And then after that, they're like, well, you're not important to me anymore, so you get the lower numbers. You get the lower orders. Like you can get $3 for driving 11 miles. It's like, what?
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. So I didn't do it for like a very long amount of time, but
I do understand what you're saying though. You're getting like a fifth of what you got before, and like I actually had this exact conversation with somebody on my stream. The last stream actually I had, they were saying to me, "Why don't you consider doing this full time?" And I was like, "Mate, I don't even earn enough to quit my second job. I have 2 jobs, by the way, and I do. So one is like a permanent role, and then the other one is a casual role that I have to do to earn extra money." And I can't even quit that job. So until I quit that job, do I consider doing streaming a lot more?
Right.
But as you say, because of this, I've had to now I don't think of this streaming as a way of earning a lot of money. Like I just think of it as you say, a hobby now. And so I think because you can't these days, you just, especially for the 3 of us that are variety content streamers, I think it's a lot harder for variety content streamers to grow. I 100% stand by it. And anyone can say anything right now, but I will stand by it. Variety content streamers have it harder than a streamer, let's say, who streams like Fortnite 100% of the time, or Valorant, or just plays Stardew Valley 24/7. Like that, I firmly believe that. I
think that's definitely true, because there was a streamer who she actually doesn't stream anymore, but she was like doing that partner push, and people, because she used to play like Sims and Stardew and maybe like some other games, Animal Crossing mixed in. But when she was doing the partner push, she was like only playing the Sims 4, because if you don't know about the Sims community, a lot of people who watch Sim streams just want to see Sim streams. Don't want to watch anything else. And for me, I'm usually like, if I find someone who I enjoy their streaming, it's because I enjoy them, not necessarily just the game that they're playing. And so she was someone I think was like, why don't you play Stardew anymore? It's like, well, I am not going to get those, like, if I look at my numbers on Sims Days versus other games, they're crazy different. Like, I'm never going to get partner.
Which stinks, because once they get partner, or if they ever did get partner and they wanted to switch games, it would hurt them so much.
Right.
Because they, like, people are there for the Sims, and it's like, oh, you're not playing that, which stinks. Because, like, I see the value in streaming one game all the time, because there is a ton of growth there. But I just, like, to me, it's not fun unless I can, like, gamify it every single time. But I love just playing everything.
That's right. It's hard.
And that's you nailed it with the variety. Is like, you're not selling the games. I mean, that's part of it, but you're selling yourself. People need to like you, and it doesn't really matter what you play, to a degree. Like, you want people to be interested in that too. But it's important to balance.
And it's important for you to enjoy what you're doing there.
Exactly. That's what it comes down to. It just, if you're not enjoying it, it's so obvious. Like, you can see that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And even if it's like a more low key stream day where you're not made, because lately I've been like that, especially, but like it's about like the company for me for those days, instead of like the high energy, like, you know, days when I'm fundraising for a charity or something like that. Like that's when you bring, or like a long thing, like celebrate, have a party. Like I think that there has to be balance with those things, because you can still find enjoyment in playing Stardew quietly or whatever. And to just be like a safe space for you to do that, because that's like ultimately what my channel is. Like it's a safe space for me.
Yeah.
And you can come too. Like we can all hang out and be friends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I feel like we sort of covered this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. What has been the most challenging or pet peeve about streaming, but how did you overcome it?
When I read this question originally, I was like, I think for me, it is, I guess, retaining or growth really is probably my biggest like challenge.
Yeah.
Where I had steady growth for a while, and then it kind of plateaued after I cracked 1,000 followers. It was kind of like a slow growth after that. But I will say I also did it to myself, because a huge part of streaming and like growing is you need to post content everywhere. The game is you have to post on every single platform consistently to hopefully get some people to come to your streams.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen like much from all like everything I'm posting, but it is a huge part of it. And I didn't post extra content for like a year. I was like, I did it my first year, and then my second year I kind of slowed down, but I started like doing more TikToks and stuff. And then last year I just like was not posting content at all. I was just streaming, really going in. And it ultimately hurt me, because I just wasn't growing anywhere else. So now this year I've really picked up and have been trying to post every single day as much as I can. But so that's probably, and as a pet peeve, I don't know, I'd have to think about that, but I didn't really have a clear, because there are things that annoy me, but I don't know, it's mostly just like things that I don't do in my stream, so it doesn't bug me, I guess.
So KitKat, do you feel like there has been anything that was challenging and you had to overcome something?
I mean, I would agree that growth is definitely challenging for me. I honestly just try not to care about it though. Like I'm really bad about posting, especially on Instagram. I have a TikTok, but sometimes I'll post TikTok, like clips from stream there, but it's very, very rare. Like I don't even get on TikTok like personally. So it's kind of like an afterthought. But I don't use Instagram much. I've kind of like stopped posting when I'm live on Twitter, because it's such a cesspool that it's like, do I need to post? Like, I don't know. Because I feel like early on, especially when I was trying to hit affiliate, and after like still thinking like I want to be really big, like I want to hit partner. Like I don't think that's ever going to happen for me. And that's okay. Like we've all been saying, this can be a fun hobby and a way to like have community and meet people who care about you. And it doesn't have to be jobified.
One of the challenges for me, but I have definitely overcome them, was a while, it started like obviously a while ago, and where people would just, I in no way claim to be a god gamer like KollectionRevolution. Like I pretend that I say things like, look, I'm KollectionRevolution with long hair, but I know for a fact that I will never be to that level, right? And I get a lot of people that come into my chat and just try to tell me that I suck at gaming, and I'm like, great. Or they'll tell me like,
play the game.
Especially Pokemon ones. Like Pokemon fans are hardcore. Oh my God, they don't get my sarcasm as well. They really don't get my sarcasm, and I'm like, you know what, this stream is not for you, please leave. But and then just challenging in the sense that when they used to come in and they used to always just tell me things about like how to do things, and I don't mind backseating if I've asked you for it, if I asked you for help. 100% help me, but don't just start telling me things that I haven't asked for. But the Pokemon fans have been very intense for me. But how I've overcome them is just by, I love it now. I'm just like, please tell me, like, oh, okay. So you want me to do this and go here and do this with my, I ain't doing that.
Yeah,
Right,
do
just-
the opposite.
No.
Always do the opposite of what they say. That's the best.
Yeah, like, we're not doing that. But sure, thanks for the thing. And then just like,
Thanks for the input.
Yeah, I've had streamers that have come into my chat and said that they find it unfair that I'm getting more views than them when they play Pokemon so much better than me. That was great.
That's crazy.
Man, you get out of here with that
statement.
Yeah.
That's like one of my pet peeves, backseating, because it happens a lot with Sims too, with like building. Be like, oh, you should put this item there. It's like, I don't want to. I don't like it.
Especially in Sims of all games,
exactly.
It's all about like your own creative space.
Yeah.
Like, telling you like that's better, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right, because like if it's like, I do also talk aloud. I mean, talk aloud during stream. Wow. But like ask a lot of questions like, oh, what about this swatch? What about this color? How does that look? Like things like that. So it hasn't happened as much lately, but it has happened in the past where somebody like, use this. Like it's usually like people who are like, this is their first stream that they come in and they're like, do this. I feel like it happens too with like Stardew.
Yeah.
People I think that sometimes the Stardew community can also be a bit intense.
Yeah.
And people will be like, well, you need to do this. And it's like, I don't want to, like you said.
Yeah.
I want to play my game.
Do you get a lot of that collection with your variety of gaming that you do?
I definitely get some people who come in and they're like talking about what's going to happen next in the game. Not even backseating. They're just like, hey,
spoilers.
Oh, that's
spoilers,
horrible.
things like that.
Yeah,
I try really hard to ignore it.
Yeah,
I don't want to bring attention to it, and it does stink when someone like when they come in and they're like, hey, like go left here, and I'm like going right or whatever, and then I go left and they're like, see, you should have listened to me. It's like, no, that's just where I had to go in the game because that's just where I go next. Like all you did was say where we need to go. So some people just want the satisfaction of like telling someone how to do stuff.
Yeah, being right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Even though there's like you can only go left, like it's stupid stuff like that. But it does happen. I've noticed it happen a lot in Five Nights at Freddy's games.
Oh, okay.
The community for that is very, very into it.
Similar to like Dead by Daylight people.
Who are just like, they know the right routes, they know everything, they're very into it.
Yeah.
So I've had it happen because I haven't even played like the main Five Nights at Freddy's. I played like the side content, but every time I get a bunch of people who are just super into it, talking about the story, the lore. I'm like, you can see I'm playing it. I don't know the lore yet, but some people just don't get it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So this question is a bit tricky, and I feel like we can probably talk about it for days. I don't know if we should talk about it. I feel like we have already talked about it, but
we can definitely talk about it.
All right.
I have like a go ahead and ask the question.
So yes, truly getting into it a bit more. Do you think your experiences of gender have impacted how and what you do on stream? Does it present different challenges?
Oh no, my connection. It's going. Oh no.
Turn it off. Because
no, I'm in a tunnel.
So some people that are trolls, believe that female streamers may have an easier time gaining visibility on Twitch. KitKat, what are your thoughts on this? Like, do you feel like there are challenges that you face as a female streamer?
Yeah. And I mean, as far as visibility, I think if you look at like the top 10 streamers on Twitch, aren't they all men?
Yeah,
I think there might be one.
Generally, generally the front page of Twitch, all dudes.
Yeah.
So whoever said that, incorrect. But like, as a female streamer, like. This is something I mentioned to you guys yesterday, that I used to play Euro Truck Simulator off and on because it's just like it's chill. You're driving around Europe. Doesn't look like Europe, but whatever. But you're just driving a big semi truck or lorry or whatever you want to call it, a big cargo truck. It is low stakes as they come, but people would come in and try to tell me how to drive a fake truck down a highway. And I'm assuming that most of them were men.
Yeah.
Some of them didn't have, like, I do have like pronouns turned on so I can see, but like, not everybody uses those.
Yeah.
But, and then again, Pete would also be playing Euro Truck. And he's like, this never happens to me. No one tells me how to drive a truck. And I was like, it's because you're not a woman.
Yeah. But
women can't drive fake trucks with a keyboard.
Fake truck, that's right. Mansplaining the truck driver. So, Collection, from your perspective as a male streamer, have you noticed your female streamer friends encountering kind of issues and stuff?
It's funny because when I see like people get opportunities, or when I see like lots of like streamers who get like picked up for games or get sent out to places, I do see a majority of women, but it's just because that's just what my eyes gravitate towards as a man. I just like women, so it's just it's easier on the eyes to see. But yeah, I've definitely seen a lot of my female streamer friends who don't get the visibility one would expect being a female streamer. As far as like what people try to say, like, oh, female streamers get more views. Like, again, I've seen my female friends who haven't hit those numbers that, again, trolls would assume people hit. So it's tough because I want to see statistics of male versus female streamers, and like, because again, from my perspective, I just generally see more females doing more like promotion for stuff. But again, that could be because that's the type of content that I like to see. I like to see the female streamers. So it's my algorithm pushing me in that direction. Do I think female streamers get just more opportunities in general because they're female? I don't think so. I don't think that's a true thing. I think a lot of companies strive for being equal. I'd like to hope anyways. Again, I'm also a man, so like these things I just might not recognize, but go ahead.
It could be like addressing past imbalances as well. And trying to make the playing field a little bit more.
I think there are things that female streamers get that you as a male streamer won't get. For example, actually, you know what? You probably will. I don't know. It's, but you don't get those DMs privately during a live stream where you go, hey, do you want to send me feet pictures? Do you do those?
That is a huge aspect.
Do you have an OnlyFans? Can you send me the links to your OnlyFans?
Can you check your DMs? No.
And
I've never really gotten that.
Can I just say, like, I did get somebody who asked me so nicely for my feet pictures. Oh my god, it was so nice. Like the way that they wrote out their message, it was so. I almost went. You know what? I'll take a picture of my cat's feet and send it to you because you didn't specify whose feet. But
just some feet.
But yeah, it's just some
toe beans.
Yeah, so I think in that way, female streamers do have a harder time in that way. But I don't know, someone might just slip into collections DMs right now and go, hey, can I have your feet pics?
Is it just me? Okay, if it's one of you.
Nothing yet. If it's
get it together.
I'll share feet. I'm one to give out free feet. If people want it, you can have it. I got like hairy hobbit feet, so.
If you got that nasty problem with having a foot fetish, go off.
I got no problem with toes.
I'm also gonna throw something in there that's quite controversial as well, in the sense that I believe that also people of color have. I also feel like, and I'm gonna tell you something about this. Okay. So a black male streamer who he's not doing so bad on his own Twitch channel, and I cannot for the life of me remember what his bloody username was, but it was plastered all over, and he legitimately did a test. Okay, so he is a black male streamer, and his streams are like okay, right? He's a good gamer, He decided to make a avatar of a he did something where he was a male white streamer, and he put that up. Yeah, that's it. And he did that, and he said that he got more. I think maybe he was a VTuber, but he was in his but his tone and stuff. Yeah. And then he made one of a white male, and he I don't know if he changed his voice or whatever. I don't really know about the specifics, but I know that he suddenly gained way more traction, like way more traction than he did as his black male avatar. So it just, I definitely, I really need to find out what his name was. I need to search up. But he,
I wonder if that's like a subconscious thing, like people just gravitate towards like a white VTuber versus any other. Because that's crazy though. That's insane. That's like that happened because he was playing the same game, right? He only changed just same game and everything. That's wild.
And I just find that it can sometimes, I definitely, like, obviously I put it out there that I'm South Asian on my like thing, and so obviously like I do get people that will come in and ask about being Indian. I'm not Indian, by the way. I'm gonna put it out there again. I am not Indian. For the last time, I'm not gonna address this again. I am not Indian.
You should put that as one of your tags.
Yes.
South Asian, not Indian.
Not Indian. Because South Asians are more than just Indians, okay? But yeah, so just like I definitely think sometimes that's not. I also feel like that, like we can look at that like as a grander thing. Like it's not just a streamer thing; it's also like in real life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like who's more likely to be stopped for security, kind of thing.
Right.
But just we can keep going with this. But but going back to just specific gender, like I do sometimes think in that aspect where it's like. I feel like KitKat was saying how they don't take her seriously when she's playing like a male dominated game, and I do think that as well. Like sometimes I'm playing a game and I do feel like if this was a collection stream, would you ask him the same thing? Would you say that to him? Would you disrupt him that many times and correcting him and how to play properly? And look, I'm not going to say, I know I joke and say that I'm a terrible streamer, like as in, and terrible streamer and a terrible gamer, but I'm not that bad at gaming, okay?
No.
I'm not that bad. So
you do good.
So sometimes
you were able to be Turnip Boy. That game's hard.
Yeah. It takes me a while and I go around and round in circles because, ADHD, but I get there.
You get there, right? Yeah, no, it's a great point because I can't think of many times where somebody like told me how to play the game. Like backseat gaming for sure, but I can't think of many times where it's like, are you even like playing the game? Like nobody's questioned my skills very often.
Right.
I don't know if it's just because I'm a good gamer or the male aspect, but it isn't.
You're just so pro.
Yeah, he is. He's just so God good. Gamer. I told you. It's just it's
skill.
Part of the question was like if it impacts what you do on stream, and I think to a certain extent it does. And I do have like an instance. This was when I was really new into streaming. I was like maybe second month. I was gonna have my birthday, and so I made like a little birthday invite to put on to Twitter and to share on stream, and it had like a picture of me as a baby. And like so it's just like a little picture of me as a baby, and someone in chat who I was like, oh, isn't this look at me as a cute baby? And they were like, no, you baby. And I was like
they thought you were a baby?
Well, I'm baby.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
it was a man. Like, oh, like, and I was just like, oh, that was weird. Like, don't be weird. And I was basically just like kind of brushing it off, like, don't be weird. Here's what happened. They then DM'd me, and I don't check my DMs during stream unless it's like a mod or something. But like, they DM'd me on Twitch and were like, I'm unfollowing you and blocking you because I have been such a gentleman.
Oh my God.
This true gentleman, this guy. Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Like, and I was just like, you're blocking me? I didn't do anything. He's like, you called me weird. Yeah. Okay, well, you were being weird.
Yeah.
Showing a baby. Yeah. Or like, be like, oh, you're so pretty. You're so cute. Like, and I kind of like when people, people come in and chat, you're so pretty. Like there's a joke that Pete has now where it's like, don't talk about KitKat's hair. Because people come in like, you're so pretty. Your hair's so beautiful. You're so beautiful.
You know what? Just saying that is so true.
I don't.
Yeah, I feel like
don't talk about my hair.
Yeah, but I also feel like this is it. Like people will comment about our face, what we look like, and what we dress like, things like that, before they talk about our skills. Do you get that, Collection? Do you get people talking about how you look? Do they come in and say, "Oh, look at this handsome guy"?
Yes, I do get that.
I know you get that, but do you get that? But before,
I'll get compliments on the collection. It's usually like collection first, then the hat, then the shirt, and then facial stuff. I would say it happens probably more than commenting on my gaming skills. But I do think I'm an outlier in this situation because I think most other people, like men and stuff, would probably get more comments about games than in general. But people,
but you're, you know what? Okay, you're a very bad example. I'm sorry.
I am.
I'm sorry. You're such a bad example. We should just pick another guy to come on board so he can say that. No, but Collection is an exception because he does. He has it going on. Basically, that's why. Obviously,
she said it, guys.
Collection's got it going.
Ready to mingle.
Yeah. Single, ready to mingle. There you go, ladies.
New people who come in and say that,
I will get
like, about your physical appearance specifically,
It's usually like it's usually people in the community, but
that's why I think like it's like people who know that they can just be goofy.
But I do get a lot of compliments on the hats. I usually
you have nice hats. You have nice hats.
I tried to be like out there, but I've gotten some compliments from random people like who just saying I'm cute or like funny or like just random stuff like that. So that's always nice to hear because men don't traditionally get complimented.
They don't get complimented. That's true. I feel like men should get more compliments. Absolutely. But the problem with complimenting a man for me is that they start to think that I fancy them and then it just gets really awkward. But if I know that you're a friend, like for example, I know Collection's a friend, like I can say that he's handsome and it's fine. But if I told a random guy in the street that he's handsome, he'd be like, wait, do you want my number? Is that what it is?
Do you want a date?
Yeah, like
I know. No. I would always, like, on Twitter and stuff, I'd see people do really good cosplays, like women, and I want to compliment them, but I also feel like, is this creepy? Like, I want to be like, man, you look awesome. I can really appreciate, like, the effort you put into making the outfit or the makeup or things like that, but I don't want to come off as creepy, so I'm like, and they probably get it all the time, so it's a little tough, but yes, with men, it's tough to compliment and not have them expect more than just like, oh, wow, that was really nice. And that's a shame, because, that's why I think that's why men don't get as much, because you have to be careful as females, because you don't want to give the wrong idea.
I'm gonna just say because I know for those people that are saying, oh no, you should still compliment guys, like you should still do that because they don't get that many compliments. I shouldn't stop you. Not all guys, not all this whole thing, or not all men. I'm like, okay,
my eyes are gonna fall out of my head.
Okay,
I rolled so hard.
So I will say this, like I was being really nice to a patient, and he basically he just started saying that is going through a divorce and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm really sorry to hear, and I was just like being like genuinely like genuinely like, oh, blah blah blah, and next minute he refused to leave the store until he gave me his number because he thought there was something going on, that we had a connection, and I was like, I'm just being nice.
I am a service worker. Go away.
I am just being nice because you're the one who said you're having a hard time about your, you're having a divorce and stuff. And all I said was like, I'm really sorry you're having a hard time. I really hope things get better for you, but I'll sort out your glasses. I'll do everything for you today, blah, blah, blah. It was just like towards the end, it just got so weird. And I was like, oh yeah. And then I said, it was nice to meet you. I'll see you soon in a couple of weeks for your glasses. And he took that as, oh, it was nice to see me. I was like, oh, okay. And like, it just got so freaking weird.
Nice to see you at the eye doctor.
Yeah.
Moron.
Nice to see you.
Yes.
Hold on.
You should, oh my gosh. Okay, you should get those big, like, sunglasses that are like massive, and just next time that happens, be like, it was good to see you.
So this is why I'm giving that example to those of you that are wondering like, no, okay, you should still compliment men, doesn't matter, but this is why. Okay, and you see why I'm hesitant. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Totally, yeah.
I think it should just be like people that you know.
Yeah.
And not like randos. Like,
yeah.
I feel like even with if I know that it's like someone who has she, her pronouns, like even if they come in and just that's their first message or even like an early message, I'm like, why?
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need to talk about my appearance.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just start off with like talking about the game, like be friendly. You don't start conversations with like, hey, you're beautiful, unless you're trying to like romance them or whatever. But
this isn't Bumble. We're not trying. This is not a dating app. I know some people act like it is, but
I wanted to ask a positive something a little bit like positive. I don't think we're being negative. I think this is the streamer therapy podcast.
We're being real.
We're being real and raw. If you don't like it, I mean, you must like it. You're here for this long. My God. You like it, okay? You like it.
Hey, chat's blowing up. They're having a good time over there.
They're having a great time. So there you go. All right.
You love it, chat. It's your favorite. You hang out here in the stream.
That scared me just a little bit.
A little bit.
Expecting the voice change. I was like, wait a second.
I loved it.
Who else came in here?
ASMR.
It was the ghost from Sims, okay?
Oh, the ghost.
The ghost is back from Sims. Okay, so this is a really positive one. So what would you say has been the highlight of your streaming so far?
Meeting you guys.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. Oh, I knew you were going to say that. I knew.
It was too easy. Do I give a different one? I have another one planned. Just like
please. That was not enough. Sorry, I got distracted because somebody had written that you're very smooth. So I was like trying to read that, and I was like, yeah, that's true. Yeah. So
smooth like butter because I eat it
like
a lot,
butter. Yeah,
delicious.
But yeah, so a highlight. If you want to go after, that's okay. If you want us to come back to you, collection for that one.
Oh, I do have like a more normal answer. One of the biggest things to me was becoming a Capcom creator, which is essentially just a program in which Capcom will it's a way where you can like work with Capcom in a capacity where they will send you free games, but also you get invited to events and exclusive opportunities to like go to San Diego and meet them at TwitchCon and like do things like that as like under the banner of Capcom. And that's something in a million years. Like I've always played Capcom games since I was a kid. I've played, Resident Evil, just all the stuff. So in some small capacity to be associated with Capcom and have like some connection, some through line, to them is serious. Like if I die tomorrow, I'm satisfied. I've done good in my life. It's really cool.
That's amazing.
That I've been able to do that through streaming and stuff. And that's a huge thanks to my community. Me to the point where I could do something like that.
Yeah.
That's an incredible accomplishment. What about you, KitKat?
I think one of mine, I mean, the EA Creator Network was a really big deal, but I feel like we do charity streams every so often. We did one over the summer during Pride Month for Trans Lifeline. And so I think we've raised probably almost $500, which I mean, that's over the course of like 4 years almost. I think I did my first one. Thank you. Yeah. I think I did my first charity stream back in like October of 2021, which was when I was still early in stream. But just being able to like bring some visibility to different charities like Able Gamers, and helping bring visibility to gamers with disabilities and those types of things, and then like trans folk or other LGBTQ identifying people. Like it's special to be able to share about organizations that are doing good work.
Yep.
And I mean, we're not raising like Lil Simsy levels of donations for anything.
Right.
Like 500K for St. Jude. Go off, Queen, go. Yeah. But like, nothing like that. But it's like helping
still any amount
people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Every little helps, absolutely.
And helping those like people in the community who might identify with those groups or those causes to feel like supported. And like that we care about those things in the community.
Yeah, mine's lame now.
No. I think what you're both doing is phenomenal things. Like, no, I think that's great. And like even being a EA creator is just great. Like I'm so happy for you both. In terms of me, highlight wise, I think it's great that every now and again I get indie. Like I can't believe that some indie developers would email me with like a code and say, "Hey, do you want to play my game for free?" Like, I think that's just I would have never dreamed of becoming like I don't think of me as a big streamer or anything like that. I know I know I'm probably never going to do partner or anything like that. But it's just so amazing that because I have given up. Like, don't get me wrong, there was a time in my life where I did want to reach Twitch partner. I think we all did when we first started and stuff. I think that was my goal. But obviously taking a year off and also just all of life craziness that happens to me, I think just having those indie developers email me saying, "Hey, these free games," and there's, to be honest, I don't get to play all the games, so I give them away to my community. But I want to point something out there. I don't think that it's rude because one, I personally didn't ask them to message me and give me a free key. Right. But also I don't think it's rude because somebody who I've given this key away to is going to play and they're also a streamer anyway. So someone's going to be playing it. Someone's going to be streaming it. Exactly. So at least it's not just sitting there. And because I have so many, as you guys do, you have so many games that are unfinished that need to finish or things like that. There's another game that's been on your list. It's suddenly here. Like there's too many games and you just can't play it all.
Right.
And I think
you're just back in the Stardew again.
Yeah. One of the highlights
can't get over it.
That's it, yeah. And one of my biggest highlights was, it was so weird, but I cried on stream. It was so horrible. I think some of you guys were there for that. I think Collection was definitely there for that.
I most certainly was.
I was so emotional because I go through so much drama sometimes in my life that I think that I was just so grateful that the community was there for me. And just, the highlight for me is the fact that I think I'm very proud to say that I have a very nice community. Like and you're both part of my community and I'm part of your community and you both also have great communities. And this is why I wanted you guys to be on this podcast because our communities are probably the best communities on Twitch. Just saying.
Definitely.
Just saying.
It's the truth.
Yeah. So I think that's
I agree with you. Like I feel so proud of like the community we've all built because our communities also intersect with each other a lot. So I'll see people from other like, your communities and I'm like, this is awesome because everyone is just so cool.
Yeah.
Like it's such a nice group of people who all just want to see each other win or succeed or whatever. And, I mean, there are numerous things that just made my streaming career so good. So like if I were to quit tomorrow, I feel so accomplished with what I've done, 24-hour streams.
Yes.
Raising a ton of money for different charities.
Yeah.
Just crazy accomplishments in these 4 years that I think we could all look back on our own streams and think very similar things. Like we have done a great job, and it's good to be proud of yourself. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I feel like the way we're talking, we're ending our streaming. That's it now.
We all three of us are
retiring.
Bye.
It's been to do it.
Nice. See you later. So actually, talking about this is very interesting. We're all joined to a streaming team, right?
Yes.
So do you find specifically the streaming? I'm not talking about, so I know Collection, you're part of the Capcom creative. I'm not talking about what games they give you and things. I'm talking about the streaming team that they've created.
Team, yes.
Do you find it beneficial? I'm going to go first. Yeah. Did you just took it? I was literally...
I have.
Oh no!
There's been no There's been nothing, no benefits from it, no. And it's cool. It's really cool to be part of it. But literally the only advantage I see is that I can find more people to raid into that are Capcom creators.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the point of the stream teams are outside of that, but I don't know. Anyways, go ahead. I interrupted you.
No. I would no. KitKat, I feel like you have a different version for us.
I think that my stream team is a bit different. I mean, I'm not familiar with being in other ones. There was one that I joined, but they were just letting everybody in, and it didn't really make any sense. So I left it. I was like, oh, this is not really doing anything. They didn't have a Discord. They didn't really have anything going on. But I'm part of the Wishing Well. I don't remember when I got invited, but it is a smaller stream team. That it the people in the team are mental health focused and creating a safe space for other people in the community. So the Discord is very active with sharing, ideas and things like that, and share if you're doing an event. I've met some of the people who are now on the I already beforehand because they were just cozy gamers or cozy hung out on cozy streams at the same time. But so it does help to have people to raid into.
Yeah. So I think definitely that's the one thing that the streaming team allows you to do is have people that you can raid into, and find other people like-minded, I guess, as well.
Yeah. That doesn't always work for me because a lot of the people on my team are in. And so...
Sorry, you sort of cut off then, KitKat.
I think they said Europe.
Sorry. Yeah, a lot of the people on my stream team are in Europe, and so they're already offline by the time I'm raiding.
Oh, right, the time difference.
Yeah, they're in bed. They're sleeping. So sometimes that can be hard. We do have a couple of Aussie streamers and some other American streamers, but that's the only thing is sometimes I still don't have anyone to raid into. I think on Tuesday I just was we're just gonna wrap it up.
Yeah. Sometimes, I've been thinking about that. But Collection, do you guys have a Discord?
Yeah, the Discord's great. It's the stream team that doesn't people join it, but again, I don't see the benefits. But the Discord's awesome, and I've met a lot of cool people through that, so it's if the stream team. If every stream team has a Discord, the Discord, I think, is where the stream team action happens. Yeah. That's what I think, at least from the one I'm in.
The one that I'm in, one thing I don't like is that we're called kindness ambassadors, because it's from the app called Kinder World. The reason why I don't want to be labeled as somebody who is kind, because I'm not always nice. I can be an ass. I'm sorry. It just happens.
And,
that's fair.
And I sometimes tell, this is my thing, it's I tell chat how much I hate that I love them. I don't know that that's, and I can be, I'm not that kind. It's just called kindness ambassadors, but I'm not always, I'm going to be honest.
I find you pretty
That's
kind.
Normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that if you're kind all the time, it's not real. That's fake.
No, I hate toxic positivity. This is the one thing that I'm always pushing about. It's yes, we're mental health advocates, but I hate toxic positivity. It's that kind of thing is too much. And I didn't even know toxic positivity was a thing until I kept scrolling and finding these Instagrams, and I'm like, this is too much. Go away. I just want to feel like today. Sorry for my language.
Yeah. Right.
And as a streamer, there are you want to be positive every day, and you want to be exciting, and you want to be fun, but there are streams where you just don't feel like that, and it feels disingenuous if you don't stream during those days. Of course, if you're not feeling it or whatever, but it can certainly feel disingenuous if you are only streaming on the best days, because people want to see you they don't
because you're
want to see you that way,
human. We're real people.
You're a person.
This is what happens when you're live.
I play all different types of games. Some get me mad. Some I have a great time with. You see all colors of team.
I think this is turning into a 5 million part podcast, which I'm going to have to separate into 4 different chunks now. So I just wanted to ask, did you guys want to have a quick break now to chat with chat, or do you want me to just ask the specific questions?
Yeah, let's do one more chat break and then blast through the last questions.
Yeah, get the heck out of here and quit our streaming life in Korea. That's it.
This is it, the finale.
Collecting my pension after this.
That's it. Yeah. Firstly, thank you so much for sticking around, you guys. You guys are so nice and you've been so great. And I can see your messages where you're just like, go off KitKat, you're doing well. Collection is speaking truth and YouKayy is talking too much. No, just kidding. No one's that horrible. I would ban you. I'm joking. So KJ asked, what game do you all feel made a huge impact on you? I'm going to go first because I'll let you guys think about this. I'm going to go first because I read that question and I straight away thought of it. It's actually a game that KJ was recently playing as well. So it's called Grease. It's called in French, it means gray. And basically it's a mental health game. It's a platformer. It is just it's not too big of a game. It's like a short game, but it's a mental health game and you sort of go through the tragedies with the girl that you're playing. And honestly, it is breathtaking. The art style is something unique. It's very different. If you haven't played it, I 100% recommend you playing it. You know, I mean, Collection would beat it in 5 minutes, to be honest, if it was Collection thing. KitKat, I reckon it would take you 2 or 3 hours. It took me probably 9 hours. I can't remember. But I absolutely loved it. It deals with grief. It goes through her anxieties, her depressions, the way that the game plays it. But it's, you know, even if you're not a person with mental health, like issues or things like that, and you know, you can still love the game, like you can appreciate it. And that took me on a level, like it helped me, I feel like, really hone my skills as a gamer, and also it just made me feel things that I've never felt in games, and that truly became the start of me playing indie games. So
did you stream that or did you play it by yourself?
I streamed it. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. Your turn.
It's tough because I've played, as you can tell, I've played a lot of games. So it's
just a little bit.
Like just a little bit, just a couple. So one that I've always said for years and years that I probably will use as my answer, because it's kind of like my baseline love of gaming. A lot of things kind of stemmed from this, but Sonic Adventure, the original Dreamcast game, it just like cemented so many things about things I love in movies and comics and video games because of how the story was told, how the animation was, how the voice acting was, how the music was. Like, I was so influenced by that game because I played it for years. I grew up playing it. It was just such a heavy, like, baseline level of what I love and everything I do. So I think I'd have to say Sonic Adventure was pretty significant to me. And I've streamed it multiple times. I've played it multiple times. It's just like, it's something that is always there for me, and I always feel good playing it. Yeah, I don't know. It just had a huge impact on my life.
Yeah, I think it would have been really hard for you with that question, because I would say either that one or Mario or, you know, one of the other ones. Like,
right, it's like, but then I think, like, you know, some other games, some indie games, so many indie games have made me cry, have like broken my heart, have told such a strong message. But it all for different reasons. So I mean, the list can go on and on, but Sonic Adventure has always been one that is just like so important to who I am now.
Yeah, I associate it with you, as well as a Kirby. I associate you and Kirby.
I do. I like Kirby a lot. Kirby's a great time.
Yeah. KitKat, what about you?
I think mine is going to be unsurprising to anybody. It is Sims. It's
Sims?
The Sims.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew it. I wish I did a bet on it.
Like,
I almost said The Sims for me. No, I'm kidding.
Like, I played it a lot as a kid too, but it really got me through COVID. Along with Twitch, like finding Twitch, I wish I had known about when COVID started, because I was so lonely those first few months before I got back to Sims and like started watching the YouTubes, and then like
the YouTube.
Like, I think even as a kid, it helped be an outlet for so many other like significant tumultuous times that happened to us.
Yeah.
And it was just like a place to escape, even if all we did was make a family.
But that made you happy.
Doing it all over and over again.
Yeah. That's the main thing. Yeah. Villa asked, what is your favorite go-to snack when watching a movie?
At home or in the theater?
That's a good question.
I didn't expect
it. Does change for me.
It just changed, same. I think it depends on my mood, what time I watch the movie. 100% snacks is so just, you know what? I'm not even
in the theater.
Oh, okay. In the theater, then I don't know. Like, I feel like popcorn is. Oh my god, I'm going to say something controversial. Popcorn is a bit overrated.
My mom is going to call you later.
Yeah, my mom also. It's like 50% butter, 50% popcorn when she goes. It's literally just like
of butter. But I do love like caramel popcorn. Like, I've been really into that.
Like the specialty ones.
Yeah, but they're so expensive. Yeah. I don't want to buy that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. I'm crazy, and my local theater does French fries at the theater, so I always get French fries.
Oh yes, delicious. If you can get hot food,
French
it's
fries. Great. Bunch of crunch.
Yeah,
it's a really good.
Mine had like Cheetos popcorn at one point, so it was like Cheetos. Oh my gosh, and cheesy popcorn. Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Cheesy
that was
popcorn.
so. I had it theater.
It probably also. I'm not gonna lie. Cheesy popcorn also smells like fart, doesn't it?
Who doesn't want to bite a fart?
About that. I have said it before and I'll say it again. I love a stinky cheese.
Okay,
fantastic.
All right, we're gonna
makes us better friends.
All right, we're gonna just move on over to the next question here from Clockworks for Sims. They said, "Have you found real friends? Have you experienced fake friends while streaming?" We actually answered this same a little bit before. So my fake friends are CollectionRevolution and KitKat. I have found real friends. Like, to be honest, like, I know, like, if I'm having a hard time, the person I'm going to be messaging is Collection and KitKat. And there's only a handful of streamers that I trust because, unfortunately, I've had to learn that over the years. Because here's the thing, like, we need a safe space for, as streamers, to feel comfortable to talk about certain things. Like, for example,
what the tiny hands?
Who doesn't eat? I'm sorry, it's so bright. What's worse, tiny hands or a cup full of babies?
Oh God! For those of you that can't see visually, CollectionRevolution is holding up a tiny little baby hands, like from like a doll, from what I can see, and also he has a cup with like tiny little plastic babies. And I want to confirm.
Are plastic.
I want to confirm that's right. It is plastic little babies. They are not real babies. For those of you, please be. You know what? Hang on. No babies were harmed during the making of this podcast. Okay. So yeah, I think we all experience fake friends in the sense that and I think that we can all agree to this. There are people that want to ride your how am I saying this, you guys? How am I, like, they want to just ride your
back? Some people want to ride your coattails or try to like poach viewers.
Yeah, and it's like your general popularity, even if we're not like our numbers are super high or anything like that, people still see, even like more than 3 viewers at a time, people like strive for that. So if we have numbers that are in the double digits, there are people who get jealous and like want to be a part of that.
Yes.
Yeah, I've had a handful of people who like try to act very friendly and then they'll leave. They're not around anymore, but they'll be like, okay, I'm off to stream. Or they would only post in Discord like, I'm streaming. Like, you can tell it's very obvious.
Yeah.
That was one of the reasons I like got rid of the self-promotion channel in Discord.
Because of that. Yeah.
Like we said, like before it was like the auto one and it was just getting annoying. But like there would just be someone or people, I don't remember obviously who it was or anything specifically, but like someone who, that's the only time I would ever see them.
Yeah.
Don't come to stream, don't chat in any other channels. And like my Discord is not popping, like it's pretty chill in there. It's not a lot of messages.
Except for when I go into both of your Discords and I spam them because I'm like, hey,
go through every single category.
I haven't done that for a while. Have you guys noticed? I haven't done. I'll be back.
I have.
Kay will be
to people, but
I'll be back. You just watch. I'll be back. It's because I haven't had any time. Like sometimes when I have like 45 minutes spare and I'm like, what can I do in this 45 minutes? I'm going to go to bed.
That's the choice.
And then they message me like, so I'm guessing you had like nothing better to do than to go and spam. I woke up and there's like 30 messages on my Discord and I was thinking somebody died. Like what happened? It was just Kayy.
You're like, oh God.
It's just Kayy just doing this. I don't know why. It's fun. And you know what I find the most fun I do that is because I know that they get annoyed. Like not annoyed, but like they get disrupted by it, like disturbed, perturbed by it.
Because I see it.
What's she been doing?
YouKayy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That's
okay,
right.
what's happening?
That's right.
But it doesn't bother me. It makes me happy.
No.
Makes me laugh.
Yeah.
I just want to say Vanilla here said that you guys don't have buttered popcorn.
I don't think that's a thing in Australia. No.
Oh,
That's probably for the best as well.
It's probably healthy. But...
So Clockwork for Sims said, I wish affiliates could make teams. First, I actually didn't realize that you couldn't, but now I'm like, oh yeah, you can. But then I think that, like, to be honest, I feel like we're a team anyway. Does that make sense? Like, I would 100%, like, as you would in a team where you would, like, I have my team in my team group, but if I saw, like, for example, if I had the option between raiding somebody from my team and one of you two, I would 100% raid one of you two first. So
there's like a handful of people you're super comfortable with.
That's it.
I think there would be a lot of benefits to having a team with like smaller streamers.
Let's do it.
Right.
We'll just create one.
Not to toot the...
We need a partner to do it.
Not to toot the Wishy Well team's horn, but most of the streamers in there are smaller. I think we only have one partner, not one affiliate. Everyone else is an affiliate. And so, if they open, I think both of you would be great candidates. And if they open,
are you here to sell for Wish? Are you here to, like, what is this? Join your cult? I know
you're being too anti-stream team for me, and I need to at least say that there's one good stream team.
There's one that's good.
We did a fundraising event together. That was like the Pride fundraiser was like organized by the team, and so it was just like,
what we'll do,
you just are in the wrong teams.
We'll just dub over KitKat's voice for when we post this. We're gonna dub over this. No, but look, I'm not hating on stream teams. I'm just saying that in terms of how much they've actually helped me grow,
right?
Nothing. But I have had.
I think that's true for certain.
But one thing I did find as well, yes, there's some really wholesome people in that community, but then I found some people, I could see them from a mile away. They were waiting to hitch that coat tail, like, do you know what I mean? Like, they were just waiting for that. And I had this one person, and straight away, like, I recognized it, and I was like, I'm sorry, I'm not having any of that. Nah. Just you could tell that they were just, and then this one person was trying to really push me to doing a co-stream with them, and I had just met them. Like, I haven't, we haven't even said, how do you do? Like, nobody says, how do you do? I don't know why I just said that, but
how do you do, ma'am? Let me get my little cowboy hat.
Yeah.
I have a little tiny dog cowboy hat.
Like, didn't even ask me, like, I think this is going to be like a 10-part podcast. How do you all do?
Right now, I think you can split it into 3 if this last part takes less than an hour.
I think, okay. Thank you so much for listening. That was part 2 of 3 podcast episodes for this series with KitKatGinger and CollectionRevolution. Thank you so much for listening. And I hope that you've been enjoying the series so far. And stay tuned for the episode 3 that should be out in about a week's time. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. Bye.